In just 8 simple steps, you can create a killer blitz in Madden 25 to win more games. So first, we're going to start with the most important step in the entire defensive process, which is the defensive playbook. We will be in the New York Jets playbook in the formation dime 3-2. Now, there is a lot of good playbooks with the formation dime 3-2, but the reason we will be in the Jets playbook is because they have a awesome defense that gets stopped in the run, which is 4-3-6-1 even. In step number 2, we have the most important part of the whole process, which is abilities. Now, I will break down both regs abilities and mud abilities because they are completely different. For the regs abilities, you want abilities like deep in zone KO, mid zone KO, and abilities like deep out zone KO and pick artists. Players that get these type of knockouts will feature Minkah Fitzpatrick, Xavier McKinney, Jesse Bates, and many more. But teams I recommend using for this blitz is teams with multiple defensive abilities. So teams like the Falcons with Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, and Justin Simmons, or teams like the Packers with Xavier McKinney and Jair Alexander. So going over the mud abilities, they are the exact same thing, but you want to make sure you stack it all on these players. So for your safeties, I recommend deep out zone, deep in zone, and mid zone KO with pick artists if you can't afford it, or you can just use deep zone KO, which is deep in and deep out zone KO combined. And another great ability is the universal coverage ability, which is every zone in the game. That is only in mud for certain players that get it as an ability. Step number 3 is stats and personnel. Now, you do want the most speed on the field so the blitz can be highly successful. So for example, the Eagles roster, as you can see, their starting safety is Reed Blankenship, but what I like to do is put my fastest players at my safety positions in this formation. So we're going to put Isaiah Rodgers at free safety, and strong safety we're going to take off 90 speed Gardner Johnson, and we're going to put 94 speed Ringo. Now, my 2 safeties are my fastest players. That is the absolute best thing to stop seam streaks and one-play touchdowns. Now, for your outside corners, it is amazing to have Slay and Mitchell because they both have superstar abilities which can shut down corner routes. And for the slot corner position, you want somebody that has a high zone. That is, he doesn't have to be necessarily fast. So right here, we're going to put Cooper DeJean, and we're going to put Gardner Johnson, who was originally at my safety, in the slot. So this right here is the best way you want to orchestrate your dime 3-2. Now, coming in at step number 4, we have the different blitzes we're going to use out of the dime 3-2. Now, for every single one of these blitzes, what you want to do is turn auto flip off, and you want to turn base align on. Now, in your dime 3-2 audibles, the 2 plays you want to have is cover 4 quarters and DB fire 2 because we will be audibling every single time. But for the first blitz, what you want to do is come out in the play DBL safety go. Then you want to audible to the play cover 4 quarters by pressing square, and then you can choose the play cover 4 quarters that you put in your audibles. Now, for this adjustment, what you want to do is get the right of the screen linebacker that is blitzing, drag him all the way over to the left of the screen linebacker, get him stuck, then double tap R1 to contain. And as you can see, right when your opponent snaps the ball, the looping linebacker will come in free for the sack every single time. This causes frustration from your opponent. The next blitz we'll go over is very similar, but this time we're gonna flip the DBL safety go before you even come out in it by pressing R2. And now, once you come out in the DBL safety go flipped, audible to the cover 4 quarters. Now you want to hover over the left guard, and right when the ball snaps, engage with the left guard so the blitzer will come shoot screaming down the middle and get the easy sack every single time. This is a great way to mix up your blitzes. Now, for the third blitz, this is strictly just edge heat, and it is very simple to set up. So once again, come out in the DBL safety go. Then you want to audible to the play DB fire 2. But this next step is very important. What you want to do is put both safeties in inside quarters to take away the middle of the field. Both safeties in inside quarters and leave both players on the outside in flats. What this is going to do is cause your opponent to throw something quick because both players, as you can see, will come screaming off the edge, and your opponent will try to force something, and most of the time you will get an easy interception. In step number 5, we will explain how to use each of these different defenses in different situations. So for the first blitz, I normally love to use this on 1st and 2nd and 10. Bring my looper all the way from the right side to the left side, then press triangle down on the right stick to make my flats hard flats, and this will take away anything quick. So on 1st down, you need to take away anything quick, and on 2nd and 10 also, you need to take away anything quick. Now, for 3rd and 10 or 4th and 10, I love to go to the engage blitz where you hover over the user. But for this, instead of pressing triangle down on the right stick, what you want to do is press triangle up on the right stick and then triangle right stick to the right to shade up and shade outside, which will make these flats curl flats. And curl flats will play 10 yards, taking away anything like out routes, taking the thing anyway like slants. And that's what a lot of people will be looking for on 3rd and 10 and 4th and 10, because they will not want to take a check down. And now for the last blitz, once you audible to DB Fire 2, what I like to do for my coaching adjustments in this blitz is put my flats to 25. And the reason I want to do this because this will mainly be for 4th and long or 3rd and long. Now, what you want to do is press triangle, audible to DB Fire 2 once you come out in DBL safety go, and then triangle down on the right stick. What this will do is turn your outside flats to hard flats. It's gonna say hard flats, but they still will be 25 yards because you put them at 25 yards, but they will play much better because you shaded underneath. So as you can see, boom, when you shade underneath, they run back to their zone and they will not have enough time to throw the ball deep, and they're gonna want to throw something like a corner out or a crosser, but you have them zones there to play it every single time. In step number 6, we will talk about how zones work and what is the best way you can use them. Now, these vert hooks are very, very key, but one thing you can do to enhance them and make them the best zone in the game is to press triangle down on the right stick, and a shaded underneath yellow zone will play almost everything. This will play routes like the vertical route out of bunch tied in, the tied in route, and it will also play the double post running back route. It will play zigs, it will bait flats. Using this key tip by shading underneath will help you a lot. It also helps with the cloud flats because when you don't shade underneath, as you can see, they will just backpedal, not get to their zone. But when you do shade underneath, they will run back to the zone that they're supposed to be every single time instead of just backpedal. Now, step number 7 will take your defense from average to amazing. We're gonna be talking about how to have a great switch stick. Now, if you press triangle down on the right stick to shade underneath with a lot of these blitzes, you will take away the flats, which is cool, but there are gonna still be things like corner routes open and crossing routes open. But what you can do to make this defense even scarier is take away the corner routes and crossing routes by leaving your user in a zone and then flicking the right stick to wherever you want to switch to, and it will automatically switch them. My opponent is running a corner route, but I have 5-yard flats on the field, so the corner route won't cover it, and the streak will take away the deep zone. But what will I do is flick my right stick into that direction, and as you can see, I'm gonna switch onto the corner, and my opponent is gonna throw the corner out, assuming it's gonna be cleared out, and boom, I'll be there for the interception every time. And I can do this with crosser routes, posts, slants, anything to take my defense from average to elite. And step number 8, this will help you tremendously. It is how to quick adjust at a rapid pace. So say for example, when you audible to the cover 2, to the DB Fire 2 and you want to put both safeties in inside quarters, instead of manually going to the safety and putting them both in inside quarters just like this, which 90% of players do, what you can do is, once you audible to DB Fire 2, you can stay on this linebacker and put both your safeties in inside quarters. So all you have to do is tap triangle or Y one time, tap triangle or Y once again to quick adjust. Now you see all these icons pop up. These are the different icons of the different DBs that you can put in zones. So for this example, we're gonna take L1 and flick our right stick to the right to put them in the inside quarter, then double tap triangle or Y once again, then click R1 to put the other safety in the inside quarter. And instead of going to both of them, you can quick adjust just like this every single time. So that is how you make a killer blitz in Madden 25. But if you want to make an overall killer defense, click this video right here. Like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy that content, and see you in the next video.